Hello everybody, I am SHEAHDUMB 17, and for this video I will be talking about High School Musical. I will be doing an unpopular opinions video on this. I found most of these unpopular opinions on Twitter, and I was kind of upset because I couldn't find a lot. Like, I found enough but not a lot, because people were saying like the basics, like they think this movie is better than High School Musical, or either, you know, they don't like High School Musical. This is what I'm gonna say with those. If you don't like High School Musical, fine. I get that that can be an unpopular opinion, but at the same time, I don't care that you don't like High School Musical or you think it's overrated, because I think most of you think it's overrated because it's popular. And that's with a lot of things. Not saying that all of you feel that way, but I feel like a lot of you do. And then there's other people that think that people like High School Musical because it's big, and it's like, no, I like High School Musical because I like the songs, I like the movies, it's very entertaining. So if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. Now, with people thinking that other movies are better than High School Musical, these are the movies that I think are acceptable for saying that. I think you can say Camp Rock is better than High School Musical, even though I do not agree. You can say the Cheetah Girls are better than High School Musical, which is debatable. You can even say that Teen Beach Movie is better than High School Musical. Fine. You cannot say, and I'm sorry, but you cannot say that Lemonade Mouth is better than High School Musical, that Let It Shine is better than High School Musical, that Starstruck is better than High School Musical, because those are only one movie. If we are comparing the first movie of Starstruck to High School Musical, maybe, but you're comparing 3 series of a movie to one movie. I get it. You like Lemonade Mouth. You like, you know, She's So Gone, but She's So Gone is not better than all of High School Musical songs. I'm sorry. No, we're not doing that. So that being said, I'm done with that discussion. And now we are going to talk about the unpopular opinions about the movie. That's what I want to talk about the movie. My opinions on these things are coming from my memory of High School Musical. So I'm doing these opinions first from, you know, Twitter, and then I'm going to rewatch the movies to see if it changes my mind. So this is just from the brain right here. I did like her character. I thought that, you know, she was a nice character. She was sweet. I like her playing the piano, but I don't think she was the best character. I feel like best character might go to Sharpay, Ryan. I really loved Ryan in High School Musical. I'm trying to think of something else. Nah. Maybe Martha, but I don't know about that. I get why people don't like Gabriella, which I'm gonna get more into later, but Sharpay and Troy should not be a couple. If you wanna ship Troy with anybody else, definitely not Sharpay. Because, first of all, Troy does not even like her. There's no connection between them, not a romantic connection. It's mostly friendly. Sharpay has a crush on Troy, but that doesn't mean they should be a couple. Also, the only reason why people think that is because they don't like Gabriella. Like, what in the 3 movies showed that they would be a good couple together? I need people to show me examples. What I remember, I do not remember Sharpay and Troy having like a really cute moment that felt like they would be a cute couple. It was like, okay, they could be good friends. I like Breaking Free. I'm gonna make this statement right now. I don't think there's one bad song in High School Musical. I might be blanking out on one song, but what I'm remembering, all the songs from High School Musical is good. Some are greater than others, but most of it is good. Okay, for right now, I'm gonna say it is the worst, but there's not a bad song on any of the High School Musical soundtracks. So I'm gonna say for right now, it's the worst. Yeah, they are. It's very poppy and like danceable, and then they turn it into a ballad. But I still like them singing and it being softer. So yeah, I can agree with that. I personally think that High School Musical 2 is better. I think it's better. All the songs there are amazing. The drama is amazing. I love, even though it annoyed me, the scene with Troy and Gabriella when they broke up in that amazing song when they were singing, and it was like, that got me. I love the fact that they're not like at the high school and they went somewhere else for the summer. I love the whole thing. Troy being dramatic, like, I just love that movie. And we got Fabulous in the second movie, so yeah. And I think that is absolutely wrong. Bet on It is so catchy. First of all, the scene, the extraness, the dramatics. I love it, and no one can convince me it's bad. No one. I don't care. It's amazing. And it's not the worst. I can't think of something, but this is definitely up there. I don't know if it's the top, like the top 5 out of all the songs, but it's definitely the top 10. Yes, I agree that she deserved better. Do I think in the first movie that the lead should have went to Troy and Gabriella? No, because Sharpay and Ryan both auditioned, both were, there. So yes, I think they should have been the lead in the first movie. Do I think Sharpay is the victim? No. How is she the victim? Maybe in that because Miss Darvis didn't give her her opportunity to shine. But she's not the victim. Like the first movie, she was attacking Gabriella because she didn't want her to audition. Gabriella was doing nothing to her. She just saw her as a threat because Gabriella and Troy were having a thing. Even though Troy and Sharpay were not a couple, there was nothing there. So Sharpay is not the victim. Stop it. There has been moments where she definitely deserved more than what she got. Or I wouldn't say deserved, but I would say she definitely should have gotten the things that was there in certain parts. But I do not think that she was the victim. No. And I completely agree. Because in the second and third movie, she just broke up with him over everything. And like, I get in the second movie, they had a plan to spend time with each other during the summer, and she was upset about that. But, communication is key, and she didn't do that. She was just like, I'm done. And she went home. And I was just like, I gotta go my own way. Like, that's a good song. I was like, what are you doing? And then in High School Musical 3, she went to college earlier. So instead of, staying with her boyfriend, she was like, oh, I'm just gonna break up with him because we're going to college. What? Y'all can do long distance? So yes, I do believe Troy was more in love with her because Gabriella was doing too much. Like, she didn't have to break up with him every time something bad happened. They could have had like a conversation. Yes, Gabriella is annoying. And I'm mad about that because I do like her in some parts, and her and Troy are cute, but she is annoying. And I think it's the writing. They make her like very whiny in certain parts, and it's like, come on, like you can just talk to the man. But instead she's like, I'm done, and she goes away, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, communication is key. You said you wanted to be with this man. Ugh. If Gabriella wasn't in the movie, would it impact something? I think it would. Or I don't know. I think she was needed because Troy then wouldn't have a reason to try out for the musical theater. He did that because of Gabriella. She's needed in the High School Musical movies, but they could have just made the character a little bit better so people weren't so annoyed by her. Yes, in some parts, I could see why people like Chad more than Troy because Troy also was kind of annoying in parts, but then Chad had his moments. But I liked Chad. And I also like Troy. So I'm not sure. The best singer. I think that's not a far off statement. He's definitely a good singer. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to re-listen to them singing. I'm gonna say yes for right now. I'm gonna say yes to that. Yes. The only time we saw her when she was with Gabriella and then when she was with Chad. we didn't really get a story with her, you know? And I know that the main characters are Gabriella and Troy, and like, you know, beside that, there's like Sharpay and Ryan, but I feel like she deserved more than what she got. She was just dating Chad, and they just pushed them aside. Taylor was Gabriella's best friend in the show. She should have like went over her house after they broke up and been like the best friend to like coddle her friend, like something. Just this is something, because she just wasn't getting a lot. And I was like, I want to see Taylor more. I want to have more. They gave her nothing. I want to see if she sing. I don't know. I can't even remember if she sung. She definitely didn't have a solo. What if she was a good singer and they just didn't let her? Yeah, Taylor deserved more. Do I think he was wrong for hanging out and, you know, getting the scholarship and all that stuff? No, not really. But at the same time, he came to that summer opportunity to hang out with his friends. I understand that's a big opportunity, so he wanted to capitalize off that, and I completely understand that. I can also understand the friends being upset, because it's like, this is summer, we're supposed to have fun. We all came here to work and have fun and enjoy our summer together, but you're out with Sharpay. So I can understand both sides. I don't think that the friends were jealous of him, because no, I just think, well, no, I think Chad was a little jealous because he was getting the opportunities, but I don't think that was mostly their like thing. I just think they were just upset because they wanted to hang out with their friend. And no, I understand because he sung the songs in the first movie, but I don't see it. I don't see him as Troy. I see Zac Efron as Troy. And it's not just like, because he is Troy. I can't see Drew as Troy. I can't see it. So no. Chad and Ryan had something because of the baseball scene. I don't dance. It's not a chance. If I could do this, well, you can do that, but I don't think get out of the box. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they did look cute when they when they switched their outfits, and Ryan was absolutely gay, but I don't know. I think they would look cute together if they did do that in the movies, but I don't have a strong opinion on that one. Yes, and I was so mad when Sharpay and Zeke didn't get together. I think at the end, maybe. I think at the end of High School Musical 2, they got together. But I don't know. They didn't focus on that relationship. That's the relationship that I wanted them to focus on. No, this was it. They put them together in the first High School Musical, like close to the end scene. And then I think they did that at the same thing in the High School Musical 2 movie, but at the end. And then I think they did that again in the third one. I'm not sure, but it was like maybe they might be together and then they don't get together. And then maybe they might get together and then they don't get together. And I'm like, he made her those cookies and she loved it. And there was so much chemistry there. Why didn't they date? Like, it could have been like a secret relationship too. You know, it has to be secret because I'm popular or whatever. And I know Zeke is in the basketball team, so I don't think it would be that bad. But it could be like, oh, it has to be a secret. And then it's not. And then they're dating. I don't know. But I wanted more out of that. But, you know. I don't know. And it might be me because I have, you know, it's Zac Efron. And I got the goggles for Zac Efron. But thinking back to the movies, my thing with Troy is I don't understand how he got all the opportunities he got. Like the first High School Musical movie when he got the lead role, I was like, I don't know. I felt like Troy got a lot that he possibly shouldn't have. I don't know. But the worst character, I'm trying to think. There wasn't one character like in the main cast. I mean, I can talk about people who weren't in the main cast, but in the main cast, I don't think he's the worst character. So I'm just gonna say, I don't know. And they were kind of cute. Even though I felt like Ryan was gay, I still, or maybe he would be like bi in the movie if that happened. But I feel like him and Gabriella would kind of been cute. Like when they were together, Gabriella was kind of more chill. Kind of didn't have this, I don't know. Like she was having fun. But with Troy, it's like she was having fun, but then it was like they would always break up. So I don't know. But I think that would have been kind of cute. I can understand where they're coming from because they were the ones that manipulated Troy and Gabriella to not being a couple so that they wouldn't do the play together, which is messed up, which is very messed up. But I still don't think they're the villains. I think that there are not great friends. You can say that, but villains, I'm gonna still give that to Sharpay because she's the one that put out Gabriella's information and talking about the lab stuff to get Gabriella into the scientist thing, and then was like trying to start stuff. She's the reason why the callbacks were the same time where the tryouts for basketball. Sharpay was doing things, okay? She was doing things, she was scheming. And do I think Taylor and Chad and their whole group was wrong for that? Yes, but at the end of the day, they apologized. They apologized. They felt actually bad and they did something so that they can do all three of them at the same time. So no, I don't think they're the villain. I just think they just had a very bad judgment. No, I don't think he should have been the main character. I feel like if they gave us more from Chad, then I can say that, but I don't think he should have been the main character. Nah. If anybody should have been like the main character, maybe like Kelsey. Maybe Kelsey, I don't know. And I think I would say Gabriella is the worst character because they just made her character very annoying. Like I liked her in certain parts, but then I was like, Gabriella, like what are you doing? Every time I saw the movie, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you breaking up with this man? For what? So she's the worst character, but I don't think she was that bad, but I still think she's the worst. Okay, that's all. So these are my opinions. I don't really feel like she was needed in High School Musical 3. I just feel like they were trying to bring in another villain and she just didn't really fit it. And I think most of the characters weren't really needed in. Like I feel like they were trying to set up a fourth High School Musical movie, but then it didn't work out. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. I think they could have came up with something else that could have been like some drama. Or if they broke up in the second movie, because I can kind of understand that one. I don't think they needed to do that in the third one. Like they already broke up and got back together. Let's build on their relationship, okay? Instead of breaking them up and then later on being like, like, no, I don't like it. But I understand, but I don't like it. Taylor could have done so much more. She could have helped Gabriella with certain things. And if they're best friends, why isn't your best friend like talking to you and making sure you're okay after you broke up with your boyfriend? And it was like one scene, but they didn't really develop their friendship that well. And then with Martha, I just think she's so interesting. I was in the smart club, but now I want to dance. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to see more of her, but that didn't happen. I think she should have had another song. Just another solo song. I don't understand why they only gave her that in the first movie and then she just kept doing duets with Troy. And I get it. I get the duets with Troy, but I feel like she could have had her moment. She was sad. She was sad at some points. We could have seen a solo in High School Musical 3 when she's going to college and she's reflecting on life and she's like, my lover's gone because I broke up with him the second time. You know, whatever, but I wanted a solo. All right, so I said this, but now I feel like I'm gonna retract it, but I don't know. I'm a little on this. But honestly, I might have to retract that because honestly, I think that High School Musical 2 has the better soundtrack and the better movie. But then, like, I'm thinking of High School Musical 3's music and I'm like, that is so good. You know, Scream, The Boys Are Back. You know, all of those songs are so good on High School Musical 3. So it's a toss-up, but I do not think that High School Musical 3 is better than High School Musical 1. So it's High School Musical 2, the first High School Musical movie, and then High School Musical 3. And when I put those in that order, I'm not saying that the movies are bad, because even though I'm saying High School Musical 3, to me, personally for me, is the worst, I don't think it's bad. Except for certain parts, like the whole Tara thing and her being like the villain and stuff. I didn't really like that. And some parts I wasn't feeling, but like the music and all that, I enjoyed it. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And comment down below your actual High School Musical opinions. I hope you enjoy. Comment down below, like, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys next week. All right, goodbye. High School Musical, High School Musical. I thought my life would be a musical, but it turns out it's a mess. High School Musical, High School Musical. I thought high school would be a musical, but it turns out it was a mess. It was a mess-a-roni, a mess. A mess-a-roni, it was a mess. A mess-a-roni was a mess. A mess-a-roni, and now I'm depressed. I'm so sorry. Bye.